This is HorseRacingNation.com handicapper Jared Horak, back with my next 2014 Kentucky Derby contender, Havana. He won his debut as a 2-year-old, and then he won the Champagne Stakes. The pace was fast in that Champagne. He ended up, he was quick, he won that pace. He put away the other speed horses, and then he held off Honor Code to just last in that one. Then they went to the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He ended up running a decent race. He stalked some quick fractions. He took the lead in the stretch, but he couldn't hold off on New Year's Day. He ended up finishing second. But he hasn't run yet this year as a 3-year-old. He got a little bit of a late start with his training, but he's going to point to the Swale Stakes at 7 furlongs. And then if all goes well, I would expect that he would run in the Florida Derby after that. He's got some questions to answer for sure for the distance. I'm not sure how far he wants to go, but he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, and he's got some class as well. I think up to a mile, maybe a mile and a 16th even, I don't think he's going to have too many problems. But when he gets into those longer mile and an eighth, mile and a quarter races, he's not really bred to go that far, but he has a lot of ability, and I wouldn't count him out in some of those longer races, especially like the Florida Derby at Gulfstream Park. That favors speed, and he should be in the hunt throughout in that race, and I wouldn't be surprised if he ran well in a race like that. As for the Kentucky Derby, it just depends how fast the pace is. If the pace isn't as quick, he's probably got a good shot to last a long way. A race like the Preakness, he wouldn't have any real problems with. I don't think it's a little bit shorter than the Derby, and speed can do well in a race like that. Last year, Oxbow did go wire to wire on controlling the pace. That'll wrap up this video. Now, if you go over to HorseRacingNation.wordpress.com, you can see my daily Kentucky Derby Top 10, my weekly Derby Top 10 list, updated every Friday. If you go over to HorseRacingNation.com, you can see all the information that you want on Kentucky Derby 2014 contenders. That'll wrap up this week's video. I'll be back with another Derby contender next week.